Frank Amedia. Amedia? Frank Amedia. I think that's how you pronounce this guy's name. He wants to talk to us, and he's on the Jim Baker show. And spoiler, guys, we're going to be doing Jim Baker for the patron show as well because it's just fun. I fucking love Jim Baker. I hate him, but I love him because he's just the worst. He's the absolute worst one of the absolute worst human beings on the planet, and I can't stop listening to him. Anyway, he wants to talk. He's got this Frank Amedia guy on the show, and he's talking about tsunamis. Just wait.
Oh God.
Just wait. Oh my, you have no idea what's coming. After I watched this one, I sent the message to you guys. I'm like, ooh, fun with real audio this week. Oh, you're going to love this one. Hang on.
Remember when they had the tsunami in Japan? They had the earthquake and the tsunami?
Yeah.
And my wife wakes me up at 6:45 a.m. in the morning, and she says, you got to pray. I said, I pray all the time. Why are you waking me up? She said.
That didn't happen. That didn't happen.
I'm
going to say right now, didn't happen.
Oh, it gets worse. It gets worse. Hang on.
Our daughter, Carissa, is on the island of Kauai over in Hawaii. I said, what's she doing there? Her husband took her there for their anniversary, and the tsunami's headed there, and they said it's going to hit the shores in 15 minutes.
Okay, so let me explain something here. That tsunami that hit in Japan was not like on the coast of Japan, but it was close enough that's why it caused such a giant tsunami. Hawaii is hundreds of miles away.
Yeah.
Not going to have quite the same effect, you know.
It's depreciating energy.
Yeah,
right.
there's a lot of ocean for it to suck up all that extra energy. So
yeah.
And he's like, what's she doing there? I would like to think that I would know what my kids were doing even when they were married and stuff. Like, oh, hey, Dad, we're going to go to Hawaii for our anniversary, kind of thing.
Yeah,
so,
at least if it's something like, hey, we're going to Hawaii. Yeah, that's something you would know.
Speaking of which, I'm going to be going to Hawaii next year. I got to figure out how we're going to be.
Oh, bastard.
Ooh. Got to figure out how I'm going to do a show from there. It's going to be really anyway, this guy, hang on.
And she just called and she says, tell Dad I love him. They're taking us up in the rocks and I don't know if I'm going to talk to you again. I said, what?
This guy has great delivery. I'll give him that. He has great delivery.
They're taking us up in the rocks.
What?
I don't know what's going to happen. What?
Little John fucking preaching. I'm going to take him up in the rocks. I'm like, okay, what does that mean? Okay, they're going to higher ground, I think is what he's trying to say.
Right.
Taking us up into the rocks. The fuck? Do you smell what they're cooking up there?
In Hawaii, right?
Yeah, it is. But really, look, that's a precautionary measure, and they do it frequently.
Yeah, there's a tsunami. You guys might want to get to higher ground,
I got
up, pretty routine.
And I said, which way's Hawaii? Now remember, my hair's tossed. My wife turns me and says, it's that way. I said, are you sure? She goes, yes. I said, if I be a man of God, the prophet of God, I command now that tsunami stop, that it cannot touch that Kauai. That is my inheritance. That is my child. And as the prophet of God, I command you to stop now.
So fuck those 3,000 people that died in other tsunami related things.
Yeah.
But your daughter, oh man, God's going to listen to you. I didn't realize that intercessory prayer required a cardinal direction.
He said he was a prophet.
Oh man, this is the guy.
He's a good one. He didn't know where Hawaii was.
We're going to be talking about him on the secret patron show because this guy's fucking insane. I mean, he's got great delivery, but he's insane.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I said, get her on the phone. She calls my daughter. She's climbing up the mountains, and I could, I said, honey, turn and look now. You don't need to climb anymore. She said, why? I said, just listen to me. Turn and look now. I said, look to the right. You will see an angel stirring in the waters. He will hold back the waters. The waters will pull back, and then they will recede and go the other way. She got
the waters will. If the water's pulling back, that's a sign of a tsunami. I don't think this guy understands that.
That's what they do.
That's what tsunamis do. They pull the water back and then it rushes back in. That's why it makes the tidal wave. That's
got it on video. And the water stopped, and they went the other way. You want to hear the end of this one?
Yes.
You gonna laugh again? God laughs in heaven.
Yeah.
God's a prick if he's laughing in heaven. It's shit like this.
So when I release the thing about Donald Trump, right? And I say he has a breaker anointing, don't you know that all of those publications that love to bash you and me and all of us that move out there, what do they?
And the Utah Outcasts
say the Tsunami pastor says Trump has a breaker anointing. Well, guess what? I was right about the tsunami and I was right about Trump. To God be the glory.
Hey, guess what, guys?
Hmm.
Real quick Google search.
Yeah.
Real quick. In the time he was talking, I found it. WAPO, Washington Post. That
Fake
tsunami
news.
did hit Hawaii.
Fake news.
They got 39 inches.
Whoa. That's significant. You know, that's.
I mean, that's a bit of flooding. There was no significant damage.
It was all him, though. He did that.
No, but it still hit. The angel didn't hold back the wave. The wave got there at a calculated rate. Hold on. Let's see. The tsunami swept through Hawaii about 7 hours after Japan.
7 hours. That's a long.
7 hours.
So she didn't wake him.
Yeah.
She didn't wake him up in the middle of this tsunami going on, because I remember Kyle and I doing a podcast and getting off from that podcast at like 1 a.m. and seeing the tsunami happening in Japan. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And then it kind of whole thing happened. And so if it hit,
it hit Hawaii, and Obama's
morning.
recommendation was listen to the local officials. I can't see anything about an evacuation. They might have, you know.
It's kind of like standard practice. You live on an island.
Kind of get uphill.
You're on an island.
Uphill.
They say there's a tsunami coming. They say there's a tsunami. You go, you know what? It might not be very big because it's coming from Japan, but you know what?
Inches.
Let's go ahead and just move to some higher ground anyway.
Yeah.
And he's like, they're telling us to go up the rock. Got 7 hours. You got time to take a nap.
Yeah.
Like, you got time to be like, I'll do it at 8.
So,
like...
I think it's needless to say that Frank Amedia is full of shit. I mean, we kind of knew that already, but
yeah, Hawaii was fine. By the way, it did get 39. It did get a 39-inch wave.
Wait, Kauai, isn't that the big island? Isn't that the big one?
No, is Kauai the big?
I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
No, it's Honolulu. No, Honolulu is on. I can't remember. I'm gone. But no, they were fine. Hawaii was fine.
Yeah.
Hawaii did get a wave. Was not significant. No damage.
Right.
No damage.
Right.
The article was like, it's fine. In these situations, listen to your local areas. That's all they said.
Okay, so Kauai is like one of the easternmost ones. It's not the easternmostest one. I'm sorry, the westernmost one. But it's not as big as like all the other islands. I mean, it's not. We're wrong. We're wrong in that regard, but we're perfectly willing to own up to it. But Frank Amedia, no, there was no alien angel that did anything. You got it. If you got it on video,
if the angel held back the wave. If the angel held back the wave, then they shouldn't have got their 39 inches, right?
Well, yeah, you'd think he could hold back the whole thing.
You'd think an angel could tackle 39 inches.
Think the angel would be able to go balls
if you're an
deep
angel, look, if you're an angel, you can take 39 inches.
Hey, I've watched Evangelion. I know that angels can do some terrible shit. Anime nerds will enjoy that.
Nerds.